What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. During the last part, we saw what happened at the conclusion to the Cell Saga. Not only is Beerus now part of the story, but Champa seems to be more involved too, and we'll be seeing more of him in this part. Although, he and Beerus still have some things to settle, and some things to learn. But besides them, the Saiyans are also working towards their own thing too. How far will they get in terms of strength? We'll cover that and more in this part. For this video, let's set a like goal of 3,000 likes. Once we hit that, I'll continue with another part of the series. Anyways, let's pick it from here and continue into the Buu Saga. The Galactic Patrol has halted their search. It's been long enough and they still can't find these criminals, but soon enough they feel like they will find them. Beerus is still kinda hellbent on it. The rest of the patrol is wondering why, and he says it's just his personal mission. Jocko kinda understands too, but hey, he's gonna be taking a trip to Earth soon, so he doubts he's gonna find anything there, but he would like to help Beerus regardless. He does have some friends there, and in the off chance that he does find something, he'll let Beerus know. But for now, they just return to their normal duties. While Beerus also begins training with his brother and sister. He needs to get stronger, a lot stronger, and now he's finally reconnected with them. But is it wise to get them involved? Anyways, back on Earth, we enter a time skip. Besides the usual stuff like Goten and Trunks being there, well, Trunks was already there, but you know what I mean. In terms of people developing, there's a big change here. Goku's alive. That didn't happen in the normal story, besides the obvious fact that Beerus and Champa are also there. Also, Chi-Chi is still a fighter, that hasn't changed one bit. Of course, she does have to take a bit of a break when Goten is born, but she still gets right back to it, eventually even learning Kaioken, trying to learn from Goku and Beerus. As a human, this is the best next step for her. And this should be really helpful in terms of getting stronger. She is the only non-Saiyan in her family, so she needs something to keep up with them. They have their Super Saiyan forms, and what does she have? No transformations or techniques or whatever. This is the best thing. Besides that, everyone's going to continue training as normal. After Gohan gets Super Saiyan 2, Goku and Vegeta want to learn it as well. So more of that ensues. And still, with Goku being there, Vegeta still feels left behind. Sure, he gets his fights with Kakarot and everything, but it feels like Kakarot, Beerus, and even Gohan are always one step ahead of him. He feels more of a connection with Piccolo, if anything, as a rival. But he keeps these feelings to himself. Eventually, we do get to the Buu Saga. All the great Saiyaman stuff still happens, leading to everyone eventually getting recruited into the tournament. As for the tournament itself, well, it's not going to be too important to cover because eventually it does get crashed. And it's going to be completely abandoned by everyone. But thankfully, Shin and Kibito are there, meeting the group and telling them what's going on. Beerus is intrigued to see them, and Shin meets him and his brother. He's heard about them after he's been watching Earth. And Beerus honestly doesn't know what to think of this guy. Strange, it feels like he knows him from somewhere, but whatever. Maybe in another life. Although he is pretty unimpressed with how this god operates. He could be a better god, more involved or something. And hey, maybe Beerus would do a better job as a god, if he weren't immortal. But who knows, maybe Beerus would be just as incompetent. Anyways, he's not going to say this all out loud. Imagine if his life depended on this Kai though, that would be awful. But at least he's here now to give them info, and they all go and try and find Babidi's ship. With how strong the group is, this actually isn't a problem. Right before Dabura even tries to attack anyone, it's already too late for him. The group is just so strong, there's multiple individuals that could face him one-on-one. Dabura tries a sneak attack, but it doesn't work. He aims for Kibito, but the second he gets there, Champa jumps in front, sticking a hand out, launching a Hakai. He and Beerus have gotten more control in this technique by now. Of course, it's more powerful when they're actually enraged. But when they're in their regular states, it's perfectly fine. Crap, Babidi's panicking. Everyone enters the ship, killing the rest of his henchmen. Of course, Babidi is able to buy some time. But then, he gets a great idea. He doesn't need these henchmen. He can just create more from this group. That not only will erase their numbers, but also, it'll need to get stronger henchmen in general. Dabura was obviously worthless. He needs someone stronger, and he sees just who he can possess. The first one is Vegeta. Wait, why would Majin and Vegeta happen? As I mentioned, Vegeta still does have some unresolved feelings. He feels so far left behind, and even though Kakarot is there, it's not like they're fighting as much anymore. Kakarot's main rival is Beerus. He's so much more focused on him and getting stronger, and every time Vegeta tries to get something, Kakarot's still ahead of him no matter what. But maybe this will be the opportunity to become number one again. He's been alienated for the group for so long, and that makes him not as soft as normal, which also contributes to this happening here. But at the same time, someone else is getting possessed. It's Champa. The two of them are doing this partially willingly, but also partially because of Babidi. Although they're definitely not going to be slaves to him. No, they're just going to get the power from this. The group tries to stop it, but it's already too late. Majin Champa awakens. And also, Majin Vegeta does too, with something strange happening to him. He goes through an evolution. His hair gets longer. His eyebrows are gone. His power, it's insane. Goku and Gohan know exactly what this is. This is that next step to Super Saiyan that they were working towards. But Vegeta got it. Of all people, he was the one to achieve it. He's still behind them in terms of just Super Saiyan 2. But this must have given him the push that he needed, the strength to ascend beyond Super Saiyan 2. Of course, Vegeta recognizes this power is fleeting, so he wants to make use of it right away. Immediately he goes to attack Kakarot, and the second he does, the two of them are teleported away by Babidi. Champa then turns to Beerus. He attacks his brother, and the same thing happens. And now, it's just Shin, Kibito, Piccolo, and Gohan in there. Krillin and Chi-Chi are on the outside terrified. They sense all that's happening, and they were told to wait outside just in case. They didn't want too many people in there, so they head in now trying to see what's going on. They get in there and see Vegeta, Goku, Beerus, and Champa aren't there. Shin fills them in on everything. Okay, well, while that's being solved, maybe they can at least find Babidi. He's gotta be in here somewhere, right? He's gotta be at the bottom of the ship. So they continue making their way down, trying to find him while the sorcerer's trying to do his thing. But he's slowly and surely collecting energy. Buu is gonna be awakened soon enough. With these two fights going on, he's gonna get all the power that he needs. These two fights begin in separate places around the same exact time. Both Goku and Beerus are confused. Why is this happening? Vegeta gives his explanation, and Champa gives his. Champa's still a bit bitter about what Beerus did to him. Sure, they had all this time to reconnect, but consider what Champa's been through. There's still unresolved feelings there. He was trapped there, abandoned by his brother. Whether or not it was for his brother's survival, he doesn't care. He was left alone for so long. Beerus is surprised to hear all this. He never knew this. He thought they were on good terms by now. But Champa says that's not the case. He may have put up that facade, but he still had these feelings reserved away somewhere. He resents what his brother did. And even if they settle the score with however many fights over this time period, it's not enough. Champa needs to get ahead of his brother. He needs to fully beat him. He hasn't done that yet. And now's the opportunity. Let out all of his anger. Vent his frustrations through battle. Beerus doesn't like this, but whatever. He accepts the challenge, telling his brother he'll stop him. This isn't like him. He knows Champa. This is just a random outburst of emotions, and he needs to stop his brother before things get too bad, especially before Buu gets revived. But it's already too late. With Vegeta fighting Goku, that fight is going much differently. Vegeta with access to Super Saiyan 3 is insanely powerful, and he's able to stay way ahead of Goku for a bit. But Goku can even tell what Vegeta is thinking too. That form is losing stamina. It seems awesome, and it seems very powerful, but he can only maintain it for so long, and the more Vegeta fights, the more tired he gets. Eventually, he de-transforms into Super Saiyan 2, which is still powerful, but in terms of comparison to Goku, Goku's still a bit ahead of him, especially because he's reserved more of his stamina, and now the tides have completely turned. He commends Vegeta though. He finally accessed that power that they were trying to get for so long. He and Gohan weren't able to get it. He doesn't want to completely shatter Vegeta's pride, but he's still ahead of him right now. Hell, if he even fought Gohan, Gohan's ahead of both of them. This possession didn't accomplish anything for Vegeta, and the best way Goku can show him that is by beating Vegeta. Showing him it was worthless to do this, to throw away his self to just get this power. Back at Majin Buu's egg, it already seems like it's too late. Everyone's found Babidi, but by the time this happens, they see that the egg is beginning to hatch. Babidi laughs at them. They were so close. They could have stopped him, but they didn't. And he tells them to watch. They try and destroy the egg, but it does absolutely nothing. Eventually it hatches, revealing Majin Buu. It's over for them, isn't it? Shin and Kibito are panicking, but the rest of the group, they're actually fine. Well, they're a bit terrified, yeah, they have to admit. But maybe they can actually defeat Buu. Who knows? They have Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Chi-Chi. And once the other four get back, they'll have them as well. Maybe it'll be enough. And remember, Gohan's one of the strongest there, and he's with them right now. And he tells them he's confident. With everyone's combined help, they can definitely hold off Buu. An all-out battle begins between them and Buu. Gohan's finally able to show the fruits of his training. After all of this time training, he's gotten so strong. And this is an opponent that he could truly show it off against. But every time he attacks Buu, even with his full power, it seems to do absolutely nothing. What? He can even survive that? This Majin just keeps regenerating. He keeps fighting too, he doesn't get tired out at all. What the hell is this thing? And then he's getting concerned. Concerned for the rest of the group. He needs to protect them. There's such a gap of power between them and him. It's his responsibility, even if it leads to his death. He just hopes that Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, and Champa get here soon enough. The fight is eventually taken outside of the ship. And Majin Buu's having fun, but he decides to do something else fun. He launches a massively powerful attack at Gohan, just to see what it does. Gohan can't even defend against it. He's launched far away into the sky, with the attack exploding midair. The group's in complete disbelief. He defeated Gohan that easily, but is Gohan okay? Is he still alive? Chi-Chi's enraged, so he immediately attacks Buu, going into Kaioken times 20. And the rest of the group joins in as well. Shin and Kibito decide maybe it's best to find him. If they could find Gohan and he still is okay, they could heal him. But as they're all attacking Buu, someone else then joins in. It's Champa, and he still has the symbol on his head. Over his shoulder, he's carrying a knocked out Beerus. He tosses Beerus to the side and says now he's gonna face Majin Buu. He beat his brother fair and square, which is all he wanted. Well, not really fair, but hey, he doesn't care about the technicalities. He turns over to Babidi. Oh yeah, he doesn't need him anymore either. He quickly opens a hand, launching a Kai at him. He tells the group he'll handle this for now. Even though he has this weird tattoo on his head, he's not being affected by Bobby at all. He just wants a good fight right now. Shin wants to berate him for that stupid stunt, but he's scared of how Champa will retaliate, so he just leaves him as is for now. He tells the group that he and Kibito are going to go and find Gohan. And he says it's too dangerous for them out here. So Chi-Chi, Piccolo, and Krillin go back to the tournament, just to make sure everyone's okay. Now, Champa's fight with Buu begins. And Champa comes to realize right away, this guy's really powerful. He didn't defeat Gohan after all. But thankfully he has an ally. Not long after, Vegeta joins him. Wow, he won his fight against Goku? Champa's surprised. Vegeta tells him to shut up. That power of Super Saiyan 3 was incredibly draining, but in brief moments of rage, he was able to summon it again, eventually defeating Kakarot with one well-placed attack while he was in this form. But he's completely depleted of energy, although maybe he could help Champa. Champa accepts it. He probably won't be able to fight this guy alone, even with his insane strength. So, he and Vegeta team up and begin fighting the Majin. Far away, Goku wakes up from being unconscious. What the hell, Vegeta just left him here? And he senses all the fighting going on, so he feels like it's best to head over there. By the time he arrives there, Buu is gone and he just sees the two unconscious on the ground. Wow, Buu's really that strong? He looks nearby too and sees Beerus. Wait, if Buu defeated them all, where the hell did he go? He's just on his own causing havoc by now. Goku sticks around everyone and they eventually wake up. Vegeta and Champa both notice that the Majin power that they had is gone. But before they could say anything, Beerus immediately intervenes, starting to berate his brother. The two of them begin arguing. And Goku tries to get in the middle to calm them down. They need to be serious here for now. No arguing. They can settle all that later. Yeah, what Champa and Vegeta did is stupid, and he tells them that flat out. But that doesn't matter now. What matters now is that they have Majin Buu running around doing hell knows what. And the worst part is, fighting them as they are now, even with all of them together at full strength, it probably won't be enough. Maybe if Vegeta does that Super Saiyan 3 thing again, that would work. But Vegeta says that's not going to work anymore. It drained his stamina so much. He couldn't summon up enough power while he was using it. Whenever he tried to charge up, the ki just leaked right out of him. Not to mention that was all while he had that boost in power from Babidi. He doesn't have that anymore. Of course, he and Goku have gotten stronger from their fight. Once they heal up, they'll be stronger than before. But still, maybe the four of them would actually be enough together. I mean, Beerus and Champa have their Hakai and their Rage mode. Hell, Beerus even has Kaioken. Goku has Super Saiyan 2, and Vegeta, even with limited access to Super Saiyan 3, that would still be more than enough. If they can all coordinate an attack against Buu, they'll win. And Beerus has a plan, pulling everyone aside to him. They need to ambush Buu somewhere. From what Champa and Vegeta are telling them, he didn't really seem too smart, so this could be easily done. But also, just in case, they need one more strong fighter. They need Gohan. If they have 5 incredibly strong fighters, with all of them around the same level, that might be more than enough to defeat Buu, and that's what they need. They need safety. They need that reassurance that they have enough strength. But where is he? They can't even find the Kais anymore, and they try looking around, with Champa and Beerus even teleporting around to see, but they don't see them anywhere. Well, maybe it's best to head back to the tournament arena, because that's where everyone seems to be right now. Even though the tournament was disbanded, most of their friends and family are there. They arrive back, and they're glad to see everyone's okay. And no one here is injured either, too, which is good. But they heard news about other cities being attacked, people being turned into candy with Majin Buu raging around. Goku says they have a plan for that. They just need to find Gohan. But Chi-Chi says she doesn't know where he is. She was hoping they'd get news by now from Goku, but no, he just completely disappeared with the Kais. It's like they just left the planet because they can't even sense them anymore. Whatever happened with them, they all hope it's okay. But the fact that Gohan hasn't turned up dead or anything, that gives them hope at least. They surely would have found him by now. Maybe the Kais took him somewhere. Maybe they have a plan. And sure enough, they do. Far away on the sacred world of Kais, Gohan is training with the Z-Sword by now. Shin and Kibito left the planet just to be safe. And even without Goku there, he eventually does break the Z-Sword. Also, there's something I want to address here. Yes, in the original story, Beerus was the one to put Elder Kai in the Z-Sword. But that's kind of a retcon when you think about it, because back when this story happened, Beerus wasn't a thing at all. So we could just go with the original explanation of how he was sealed away. It was very vague and didn't mention Beerus at all. This entire arc was written way before Beerus was a thing, so we could still have it work here. But yeah, Elder Kai comes out of the Z-Sword, and he begins his ritual on Gohan. Back on Earth, everyone's scrambling around trying to figure out what to do. They're on the lookout by now. Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, and Champa are trying to heal. They don't have many Senzu beans either. They're able to split 2 of them in half and heal themselves a bit, but they still need to wait a bit more. They just need to recharge their strength. Goten and Trunks want to help too. They are stronger here given the fact that they're training more too. But they're way too young to help, and if anything, Goku and Vegeta are just worried about how they'll react to everything. But their combined powers could help, and that gets Beerus thinking. Combined powers. He has the perfect idea. This is the time to use this thing. He tells everyone, remember that fusion thing that he learned where 2 people could turn into 1? Yeah, maybe they could use that. And not just one of them either. Sure, he and Champa could fuse, but just to make sure everything goes okay, since they can never be too safe, maybe they could teach the others fusion too. Goten and Trunks, they're a perfect match. They're around the same strength and they're the same size. Goku and Vegeta, they're around the same strength and the same size. And if they can get 3 fusions fighting at once, maybe that'll be a huge help. And yeah, they're elated to hear that plan. But just as they're about to begin something, a massive beam of energy pierces through the lookout. Everyone moves out of the way in time, and then Boo jumps up on top of it, looking different. Wait, what happened to him? He seems to have changed somehow. What? And immediately he grins, looking over towards the group. He rips a piece of his hand off, flinging it at them. It's about to hit Goku and Beerus, but Vegeta and Piccolo jump in the way. They tell them they're the strongest here. Whatever happens to them, don't worry. As they begin to get absorbed by Boo, Champa and Beerus teleport around the lookout, gathering everyone up as quick as possible and teleporting away from him. They have no idea what the hell just happened, but they could assume. Boo just absorbed both of them. Vegeta and Piccolo are now assimilated within him. And he has some sort of new form. What the hell happened while he was rampaging? This is Super Boo, but he begins transforming into something else. With the power of Piccolo and Vegeta in him, he's now Boo-Jita, I guess. The group has no idea what to do now. They just need to stay safe from this monster while they formulate a plan. Okay, well, at least they still have Beerus and Champa. They could fuse, and maybe even Goten and Trunks. But Goku still wants to find Gohan. They need as many people as possible just in case this fusion doesn't work. All the while, Gohan is going through his ritual in the Sacred World of Kais. And this is where we'll leave off for now. So, with Boo getting this strong now, what do you think's gonna happen next time? Yeah, we actually have the Boo Saga in a scenario for once. I know it's crazy. Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'll be sure to check them out to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try to hit that like goal from the beginning of the video so we can get another part of the series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as hitting the bell icon so you're notified about any future uploads to my channel, including more parts of the series or any other videos like it. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.